Namaste. Today on Touch of Light, we're going to be talking on the topic, When God Calls. There was a beautiful story I heard some time ago about a devotee. We'll call him Ram Dass. He was very devoted to the Lord, and every day he would pray, Lord, whenever you call me, at that moment, I will come. And his prayer was deep and sincere. And time went by, and at a certain point, Ram Dass and his wife were expecting a child, and they were filled with great joy. This was their first child. But how often in life, great anticipation and joy leads to grief and disappointment, and his wife died in childbirth. And he took that little helpless newborn baby, and his heart was such filled with love and the desire to care for and protect this little motherless child. And he was holding it, and then he heard the Lord call, Ram Dass, it's time for you to come to me. And Ram Dass stopped and he said, Lord, you know I will come. You are my first love in all of my heart. But can you give me some reassurance that this little helpless baby will be cared for? And the Lord said to him, put the child with some blankets in a little basket and leave it under a tree by the side of the road, and then step back and watch what happens. And so Ram Dass did this, and after a time he heard the hoofbeats of many horses coming down the road, and it was the queen of the realm and her entourage, and all the noise of the horses awoke the little baby, and he started to cry, and the queen stopped her chariot and got down and found this little baby, took Ram Dass's child, and said, look at this beautiful child that's been abandoned here. I will take him to the palace and raise him as my own. And taking the little basket with the baby, she drove off. And Ram Dass bowed in gratitude to the Lord. He said, Lord, I would have come, in any case, but thank you for reassuring me in this way. And so there are two beautiful messages that I received from this story. One, that God understands our human needs. It isn't that he's above them, but he understands the needs of our heart and responds to them and fulfills them. But also, another point that struck me as so important was the willingness with which Ram Dass left everything in that moment when God called. And so for each of us, ask yourself the question, what am I holding on to? What is holding me back? A friend once said she was looking at, within herself, unacknowledged resistances. I liked that phrase. But look in yourself and see what's holding you bound to this world so that you can release these things. And when God calls, you can say, here I am, Lord, I will come.